The greatest investing quotes ever explained. Have you ever noticed that the best investing advice isn't hundreds of pages long? Sometimes it's just one sentence, a handful of words that can save you years of mistakes and potentially a fortune. That's the fascinating thing about legendary investors. They didn't just build wealth with money, they built it with ideas. Today, we're unpacking some of the greatest investing quotes ever spoken, not just to admire them, but to understand how they can completely change the way you think about money, risk, and long-term success. Let's begin with perhaps the most famous investing quote of all. Warren Buffett once said, "Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful." At first, that sounds backwards. Human nature tells us to buy when everyone else is excited and sell when panic spreads. But Buffett reminds us that markets are driven by emotion. When prices soar because everyone is chasing quick profits, opportunities become scarce. When fear takes over and quality investments are being sold simply because people are scared, that's often where real value appears. Think about a busy supermarket. Imagine your favorite product suddenly goes on a huge discount. You don't panic because it's cheaper, you buy more. Yet when stocks go on sale, many people run away. Successful investors learn to see opportunity where others see fear. Now, consider this timeless wisdom from Benjamin Graham. The investor's chief problem, and even his worst enemy, is likely to be himself. Notice he didn't say inflation, politicians, or market crashes. He said yourself. That's because the biggest investment battles happen in your own mind. Fear makes people sell too early. Greed convinces them to chase the latest hot investment. Impatience causes them to abandon good strategies after only a few months. The market isn't testing your intelligence nearly as much as it's testing your discipline. Charlie Munger captured this perfectly when he said, "The big money is not in the buying or the selling, but in the waiting." Waiting sounds boring, but wealth often grows during the quiet years when nothing exciting seems to be happening. Imagine planting a mango tree. You wouldn't dig it up every week to check if it's growing. You water it, protect it, and let time do its work. Investing works much the same way. Compounding rewards patience far more than constant action. Peter Lynch offered another powerful reminder: know what you own and know why you own it. Too many people buy investments simply because someone on social media said it would go to the moon. That's speculation, not investing. Before buying anything, ask yourself one simple question. If the market closed for the next 5 years, would I still be happy owning this? If the answer is no, you may be chasing excitement instead of building wealth. Howard Marks brings us back to reality with one simple truth. You can't predict, you can prepare. Nobody consistently knows what markets will do next week, next month, or next year. But you can prepare by diversifying, investing consistently, controlling your emotions, and focusing on businesses instead of headlines. The greatest investors weren't fortune tellers, they were exceptional decision makers. And perhaps that's the biggest lesson hidden inside every great investing quote. They're not really about stocks, they're about mastering human behavior. Because markets change, economies rise and fall, technology evolves, but fear, greed, patience, discipline, and wisdom have remained exactly the same for generations. If you can learn to manage your emotions while everyone else is reacting to theirs, you'll already be thinking like the legendary investors whose quotes have inspired millions. So the next time you hear a famous investing quote, don't just admire the words, ask yourself how you can live them. If you found this episode valuable, consider subscribing for more timeless lessons from the world's greatest investors. And remember, building wealth isn't about finding the perfect investment. It's about becoming the kind of person who makes consistently wise decisions year after year.